Hello, hello, hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Hadassah here. Let's get those pesky little things. Come on now, stop it. That always happens, right? Well, happy Monday. Happy Monday. Coach Hadassah here, metaphysician, personal development coach, and wellness entrepreneur, and also a proud member of Extreme FX Global Academy, where Bitcoin and Forex collides. And as you can see over here, you see sister back here in the background. Are you still drinking your water? Oh my gosh, she over here balancing the bottle. You, she was drinking the water. You want to say hi, sister? She said, hello, everybody. Okay, hold your head up, please. All right. So on this Monday, and we're going to just rock this on out, right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to rock this on out with our Mind Your Business Mondays. That's the new thing for Monday. Okay. So just know Monday is Mind Your Business Monday. So we're going to talk about everything that has to do with minding your business. And look, we have a guest that is coming on. Oh, she's here. I see her. I see her. Look, this is the first time I'm using this with the guest on, so I have to figure things out. But I see a little thing right there. So we're going to bring her on, Miss Michelle Cotton. So here she is. Let's see. Now, how do I do this? Do I add to screen? Add to stream? I think that's what I do. Okay, are you here, Michelle? I think I can hear
Hey,
you.
Hadassah.
There we go. Woo, yes.
Look, I can't hear you now.
Come on now, really?
It could be my device. I don't know what's happening with it today.
Oh my
You can hear
gosh.
me? I'm sure you can hear me.
I can yes, I can hear you. Okay, for
Oh
those who
no.
are watching, can you hear Michelle? Let me know. Somebody type in the comment section that you can hear
It's
Michelle.
so
Say yes.
strange.
Say yes, I can hear, or no, I can't hear Michelle. Please let us know if you can hear us, because I can hear her fine. Um, okay, so Sonia
Yeah,
says
it
yes.
might. Again, I'm sure it's probably my end. I'll trying to figure something out. I don't know. Let me see.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I can hear you fine. The audience, they can hear you fine. So it must
I'm gonna
it
try to do some
must be.
troubleshooting here.
Okay, so while she's troubleshooting, okay, they can hear us both. So while she's troubleshooting, so that she can hear on her end, because I mean, we want to have this as a conversation. So she needs to be able to hear me, right? Because I can hear
No,
her.
I can't hear anything. Let me try to. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
she's got, well, as you all heard, she's gonna go out and come back in. So we're gonna see if if that works. But in the meantime, until I see this little thing pop up again, it's Mind Your Business Monday, right? And how this came about was on our morning motivation call today. Every day, Monday through Saturday, we have a morning motivational call with our company, Extreme FX Global Academy, where Bitcoin and Forex collides. And although, it's a school, right? It's an academy. I mean, of course, academy is school. That's what this is. And so, but we still have our own individual businesses with the academy, right? Because what are we doing? It's just like, as like, say, an insurance agent, so to speak. You may work with a certain company. However, your business is up to you. You're an agent, you're licensed and everything, but you have to go out, you have to seek prospects. Maybe, just maybe, that business has prospects for you. Okay, so you're doing phone calls and stuff like that, but you still have to connect with the people, to see how that you can help and service them with their insurance needs, to make sure that they have enough insurance covered for their family and the things that they want to do. And not just because, like, hey, I need life insurance to die, because that's not life insurance, right? That's like death insurance, which is part of it, but you could hear, listen, see what their needs are, see how you can use the policy for, things while you're living. But that's a business. And of course, the better you are, the more income you generate or make within your company, but it's really good for you as an agent, right? So, we're independent business owners within the company, and hey, we have to do our due diligence. So Michelle, she's come back in. Let's see. Um all right, so we'll make sure she's unmuted. Her name, let's see, mic settings. uh Everything is okay with the mic. So let's go ahead and see if we can get her in here. All right, we're back. Can you hear now?
I can, man. I tell you guys, I have no clue what goes on in this world of my technology, but yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, wonderful. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, now I'm going to ask my audience. Can you all hear both of us? Can you hear Michelle? Can you hear me? Can you hear everybody, so we can keep it moving with this Mind Your Business Monday? Okay, Sonia
Yes.
says, yay. Right? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about it. On our morning motivation calls, just like with the company, say if you were, now here's the thing. I've never worked in corporate America. I've always been either like self-employed, independent contractor. So it was always up to me with
Yeah.
drumming up business, right? So I know all about how I have to market myself, right? Be a product, right? Be
Right.
a product of what it is that I have. I have to use it, and all of that kind of stuff, right? And so I'm not really privy to the like corporate America thing, especially because let's say it's a store that I'm not going to name, but many people love the store. I still love the store. And I love the store so much to where I just said, I'm gonna, because I had experienced something where I like lost my apartment and everything. I didn't have no money, and it was just like crazy. So when I did get back up on my feet, what I decided was that, okay, I was working in a salon as an independent contractor, but I wanted all the money. So I'm like, I'm gonna work, doing hair at this time, and then I'm gonna get a steady, right? Steady
Right.
paycheck. Okay, I'm gonna get
Been
the
there.
steady paycheck and go work part-time at this particular place where I did shop. I'm like, well, and that was my thing. At least if I could shop, I mean, if I love to shop there and I'm spending money there anyway, I might as
Right.
well go ahead, get a job and work there, and I could get some discounts, stuff like that. Baby, I worked in that place for 2 weeks and I was like, deuces. Because first of all, y'all tripping. you know, y'all tripping.
Right.
And I could have stayed at the salon for another 45 minutes to an hour and made way more money than what I came here for 4 hours and I'm finna make $35. Like, do you know I could have did one head and made double that and went
Mm.
home in an hour or less? Bye.
Now,
So,
wasn't even worth it.
right, it wasn't even worth it. And so, but I do remember in the morning where there was a team huddle, and it was really a kind of a motivational thing. Hey, let's go out, let's do this, and then you got this section, okay, great, you got that, and it motivates you, and then it's woo, all of that, and then you go off your day. If you're at the store early enough in the morning, you'll see where they're like huddled up. It's the manager and the team,
Mm.
and they're rah 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 shish boom bah type of thing. So it's good that the person that we're about to highlight, did this for us in this particular opportunity where now it's taken off. It's a morning motivation. And how many people do we have on the call usually? Like usually in the morning for the morning motivation?
Anywhere from like 40 to 80 people. Like today it was over 80 people joined our motivational call. So we come through deep. We roll deep.
Right. You know, and we're talking about it's 9 Central my time, so it's 10 Eastern.
Yes.
Right. So 10 Eastern, 9 Central. And sometimes, I mean, it's open to everybody. We have people that's on a call that's not even in the business.
Right.
You know, right. and they come and they're just like, you know, this call gets me through you know, through my work day and and stuff like that. And they're not even in the business. So it's wide open. But look, yeah, you know, both of us, right? We could
all day.
Right. So what I wanted to ask you, because like with this topic, we talked about that you know, earlier.
Right.
What did you get from the morning motivation this morning? And especially because this fearless leader that we're highlighting today, right, that sparked this, you know, what did you get from not only the morning motivation, but then and her testimony because of what happened with her? I want you to share what happened, you know, with Toni. Her name is Toni Marek, and she's one of the many fearless leaders over here, you know, in our opportunity. So I want you to share her story of what just happened with her, and then, you know, what you got out of it today.
Right. So just with the brief information that you know, she was sharing with the team about what's personally going on with her. And again, let me start by saying, Toni, you know how much I love you. I'm so very proud of you. She is, when we say fearless leader, she was called to do this. And she's like the greatest, sweetest person that you would ever meet, and is just very talented in what she does and the support for people. So I just want to put that out there first. But she went through some challenges quickly. It was unexpected. Things just start to unravel as concerning her livelihood and her household. And just briefly to touch on that, you know, she lost some things, and it happened very suddenly for her. And she has a family, she has a husband, she has kids, so things were uprooted and she was displaced, you know, temporarily. But when these things happen unexpectedly, temporary can seem like a lifetime, right? Like 2 weeks can seem like 2 years when you're just trying to refocus and you're trying to get things back together and be settled. So she was a little bit unsettled for a little while. But now she's back, and so she had to disconnect a little bit from the motivation Zooms that she operates, that we joined, Hadassah, because she didn't even have a place to connect to internet. She didn't have a place to charge her phone. She barely had a place just for her and her family to really lay their heads in a comfortable situation. So the morning motivation had to become secondary to her life. You know, now things just took precedent over the call. But what inspired me about this lesson and about this test and challenge that she overcame like a freaking lion, like she beast mode in this situation.
Hey, I mean, look, y'all. And real quick, I gotta throw this in there because you know you know, especially for all my astrology buffs, because I'm an astrologist. You know, look, Toni Marek is a Leo.
Man,
let me tell you now. I'm an Aries, but I got a Leo rising, so
I'm an Aries.
See, look, listen.
The front door.
You know, I knew it's that fire, right? It's that fire. Baby. Wow. It's that fire. So Toni came through like a true beast. Look, the Leo, lion, beast mode.
Yes, she moved faster that whole situation. Like, like super proud of her. And the thing about it was, the average person, you know, would have quit, gave up, complained, murmured. And I'm sure she felt some frustration, some irritability, right, going on. Because who wouldn't? We're humans, right? but she didn't allow her situation to stop her. She literally pressed and pushed, persevered, into now she got not just herself, her family into a place where they're content for the moment, but not even stopping there. She's looking forward for more, for greatness, to become stable into a place that's their own. But she did not allow the challenges of the situation to bring her down, to stop what's naturally inside of her. Like that's a character trait.
Yes.
When
Yes.
you can, this don't have anything to do with feelings, because we know feelings are fickle, right, Hadassah?
Mm-hmm.
Happiness and anger and depression and sadness, these things are feelings. That's how we feel sometimes. But when you have character traits, when you have characteristics like joy and peace and patience, it takes a whole different aspect and perspective to situations. And so Toni's situations, she didn't allow feeling and emotion to overtake what her is in her character. Her
Mm-hmm.
character came through. Her character was the thing that pushed her to say, I got to keep going. So now that she's back integrated, and she came back today, and we were just so excited to have her back on the platform. But what she didn't even realize during this whole time, Hadassah, and as you know, she was setting up for people to step up. I love
Yes.
that. She set up for others to step up. So she was still helping, still impacting people through her situation. And so, my Lord, it just brought me so much motivation, because we've all experienced some hardships. Yours may have been greater than mine. Toni's probably was greater than someone else's. Or, we all experience these challenges. But the question is, how do you handle them? How do you cope? How do you deal with them? How do you push past the challenge, the hardship, the adversity? Do you crumble? Do you stop? Do you quit? Do you cry? Do you just give up? Or do you find what's inside of your character that says, I will come out of this. I will overcome. I will triumph. I will succeed. And the work that she did in this platform with Extreme FX provided for her to now regroup. She may not
Yes.
have had the place to stay, but her work and networking in this platform allowed her to have the resources and the finances, right, to
Yes.
get out of that situation to a better situation. It took money. See, people don't understand that, Hadassah, that sometimes money, you need money. Because she went through that experience, and guess what? If she had not prepared and been connected, she would have probably been in a shelter, homeless somewhere, right, out of her control.
Yes.
But she did the work before time. She was being prepared and equipped for this, not even knowing that she would face this unexpected hardship. But God had already provided the
The
resources for her,
look, the ram in the bush.
the ram in the bush, for her to overcome that, and now coming back stronger, better than ever, and still pushing, still going, and still bringing all of us with her. Like, look, I understand, but we got to keep going to the top together. I did that. I experienced it. It's past me. I got to keep running. And she's still running today. And she's in an extended stay. And she's like, can't stop, won't stop, and I'm super proud of her, for one, but I'm so proud of the motivation, the
Mm-hmm.
even the self motivation, because I'm sure she had to get in the mirror some days, or put on her cell phone camera, because she probably didn't even have a mirror at some certain times, to say,
Right.
Toni, you got to do this. You cannot stop. You got children. You got a husband. We got to figure this thing out. And so this morning motivation was just so different, because we were so happy that she came back, and we welcome her. And the good news of that, nothing stopped. Nothing stopped. This Zoom call, this platform that she has started, did not miss a beat. She has trained and groomed and got so much rapport and built relationships with people that when she had to be absent, it was a host of us coming up, stepping up to the plate. You had your Amber Lees, you had Mike, me, you, Emmy, Big Tone, Gino. People don't even know how to do technology, don't even know how to run Zoom. They were stepping up because we don't know how to fail, Hadassah. It's not
Yes.
in our character to quit. So take it, Hadassah, because I'm just so
Look.
I'm so excited
And
about this.
it's so funny because I was just I get a little emotional.
Yes.
Because I was just about to say something about that with the leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as you were wrapping up and saying, okay, come on, Hadassah, take it over. You see this highlighted comment right there, but it's not
Yes.
really comment, it's a fake. That's my granddaughter.
Oh, nice. Hey, baby. Look, hey, baby.
Yes, that's my granddaughter joining in on YouTube, right? I'm on
Nice.
YouTube. She's on YouTube. She's doing her creative things because she's all creative and everything. And then she sees like the videos that I'm making. And so that's the thing, right? Leadership, right? Leadership. Look, leave an inheritance to your children's children. This is my granddaughter. What I'm doing right now is for her, right? It's setting things up for her. What I'm doing in my leadership, because leadership is all about example, right?
Yeah.
It's what you do. Forget what you say. Mm-hmm. Now, you want what you say to line up what you're doing. Yeah. But for the most part, it's those actions that speak louder than the words. Right? And so I had to highlight her comment, at least her little face, because that's my granddaughter.
I love it. I love it.
That's my granddaughter. But here's the thing about it with Toni. Oh my God. So her story, everything that you just shared, like, yes. And what just stood out with me the most was that here it was, here we are in this industry, network marketing. And I said it that way because we have to put a new face to network marketing. We really do. We have to, by our example and our character, just because what Ronnie said today, he said it. He was like, people think it's a scam and a scheme and this is that and the other. He said, but the reason being is because there are a lot of scammers that come into this industry. So it's not the industry. Right? It's the scammers.
Right.
And we have to separate the two. And because there are scammers that are out there in this industry, right? Then that means that more of us who are not, people of integrity, people with better character, with good character, that have to step up and be a better face, you know what I'm saying, of this industry. And so, I'm not ashamed to say that word, network. I said network marketing. Some people don't even want to say it. And I'm like, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's what I do. I'm a proud network marketer.
Right.
Yes.
Because that's what we do anyway. Now people say, affiliate marketing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing because we're all going to open our mouths and share with our network about some type of, if it's a sale or if it's the food was good over here, or look, Coming to America. It was good. It was bad. It was, we all talk. And that's based on whatever that word is. And somebody, whatever I say, the people are either gonna, let me check this out for myself, or, well, since this person said it was bad, then I'm not gonna experience it.
Right.
And that's all network marketing, right?
That's all it is. It's the power of influence.
Right.
Being an influencer.
It's being an influencer. And then we use that, influencer. Same difference, right? But same difference. But what Toni did, and I shared all that because here it was, she has never been in this industry. This is her first network marketing company ever, right? And is it Gino that brought her into the opportunity?
Gino shared a video with her, and she.
Yes, Gino shared a 12-minute video with her and was like, look, I'm gonna change your life. And she like, okay, I'll watch it. Right. And she watched the video, and this is what she said this morning. She said, it changed my life. She
Yes.
just started telling everybody and sharing it with everybody. And next thing you know, she was making $10,000 a month, quit her job, retired her husband from his job
Right.
because
Right.
they were making $10,000 a month. And she was just, and not only that, she built it because that's what you do. Oh, is it a pyramid thing or whatever? Well, we already know that everything is a pyramid. It
Right.
just is, right? Everything is a pyramid. If you go back there and
Absolutely.
you look at the story with the children of Israel and Egypt, what was they doing? They was building
Building a
pyramids.
pyramid. Right. Absolutely.
Right? They was
Absolutely.
building pyramids. But the thing is, they didn't benefit from the pyramids. Pharaoh benefited from the pyramids.
Yes.
Right? It was just that they were on the wrong side of it. And so
Wow.
here it was. She shared this opportunity. She built a team of people. That's what she did. She built a team of people by the same way that she was brought in, by a 12-minute video.
Yes.
And she trained them based on the system that we already have in place. That's the
Mm-hmm.
thing about it. A system that we already have in place, and all you have to do is follow the simple steps and repeat it over and over
Over
and
and
over
over
and
again.
over again. And she $10,000 a month. And here's the thing. Because of that, when disaster struck, because she
Yes.
lives in Houston, right? She lives in Houston, Texas. And so everybody knows what happened in Houston. I
Right.
have family in Houston,
Yes.
and they were sharing the videos about how they were opening up the pools in order for the people to come, and they would putting water, dipping buckets in the water so they could take it back to their apartments or whatever in order to flush the toilet.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Things like that. Some people had lights for a little bit and some people didn't. And so it was like a back and forth between, you had lights, but you didn't have water. And then
Mm.
now, okay, you got water, but you don't have lights. And
Right.
then, I had family members that was like, okay, well, they have lights. So then we're going to go over to their house. And then when they didn't have lights, but then the other family member had lights, they went back over to their house. It was
Right.
so many different people that was experiencing different things in that same place. And while they were experiencing that, Toni's house caught on fire.
Yes.
It burnt down. Now, this is what she said that was so powerful. She said, now, if I was still working in corporate America, I would have lost my job.
Yes.
Like, life happened.
And
I
you get
just would have,
penalized for
and
it.
you get penalized because life happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
But because months prior, because it was the other opportunity that they shut their doors on us. That's really what happened. They
Right.
shut their doors on us, and we just rolled over into and created our own
Right.
with everything that we still have here, plus more. We were already trading, right? But then rolled into our own opportunity where now not only are we trading, we got cryptocurrency, we got travel and hotel, we got personal development and
Everything.
financial literacy. It's like what don't we? I said, look, well, after everything that they said, I said, if they come out and say we got doggone essential oils, I'm a faint.
I wouldn't put it past our founders.
Right?
They
Like,
just know what they're doing. I wouldn't put it past them. And guess what? More value, more work.
more work, right? I'm like, we got coupons over here for the coupon clippers. We got we got coupon for name brand designer. They got those Breitling watches that cost about
Yes.
$6,000. You could get a coupon $250 off. I'm getting that doggone watch when I hit
Yes.
Legend Watch.
Yes.
That's my
That's your
my
legend
Rolex.
gift.
Right, that's
Yes.
my legend gift for myself. That'll be my Rolex, that doggone Breitling thing. And so here it is. We have all of that, all because we stood still. We waited. We
Yes.
rolled over into the opportunity. She's still making the $10,000 a month or whatever. She built a team of
Okay.
leaders,
Yes.
right? So
Leader.
then when life did happen and she experienced that house fire in the midst of, it seemed like the infrastructure or whatever was just crumbling down. Guess
Right.
what? The team that she built, along with extend it, because like, I'm not a part of Toni's team, right?
Right.
Along with everybody else in the community, guess what? Just picked up the ball and kept on going.
They kept on going.
Didn't miss a beat. And guess what? Didn't drop her income either.
At all.
Although, right? Because what? Everybody that she poured into in order to build that team and that network, they all stepped up to the plate, because she created more leaders. Here you are in a corporate America or something like that. Everybody's backbiting. Don't nobody want to tell anybody else how to do this, that, and the other, because hey, if they do a better job than me, then they're gonna take my job.
Right.
So I'm only gonna share just a little bit, but not the whole sauce, because my job is at stake, right? But over here,
I gotta be irreplaceable. I gotta make myself non-fireable.
Non-fireable. Exactly.
And it don't even matter, because you can have all the knowledge and information and they still can come and say, we need to separate from you.
Exactly.
Right?
They will still let you go. Right.
Yes.
And so like you said, I have to be irreplaceable. So I'm not going to tell everybody how I do this, that, and the other. Well, over here, look, we tell you exactly what to do, how to do it, how we doing it. As a matter of fact, be better than me.
Right.
Be better than me. Because if something happens to me, I need you to keep on going. Right. I need you to pick it up. And then we create more leaders. And because she did that, she could go ahead and just handle the life events that happened to her. And like we said, didn't miss a beat. Everybody stepped up to the plate. Everybody was still, look, we folks who wasn't drink, because Toni loved her coffee, right? She's like, I gotta have my coffee, folks started drinking coffee that wasn't drinking coffee. We were drinking coffee in Toni's honor.
Right. That's what team does. See, like over here in Extreme, that's what we do. The whole brand and logo and name of the company incorporates everybody. Extreme. You have the word team in Extreme. This means that we're not trying to do it by ourselves. We don't want to do it solo. We want to bring everybody in to do this. We want everyone to succeed. We want everyone to be wealthy. We want everyone to be in a place where they can be comfortable or more than comfortable, right? Mm-hmm. So this is a team. So now, like Toni did, as she was building and network marketing and sharing, knowing that, hey, if I tell someone about this opportunity and they need it, I can help them. Like somebody helped me, like Gino helped me, right? Like my brother helped me. He brought me the opportunity and the previous opportunity. And I'm gonna admit, at first I was one of the people like, let me pray on it, let me think about it. Because
let me throw the salt over my shoulder.
Right. I'm doing everything because I'm going, is this real? Because I was skeptical. And I'm pretty much I consider myself to be kind of open-minded, but I'm going, we really can produce this. And so after like maybe a week, he's like, Michelle, you need to do this, you need to do this. I was like, you know what I got to lose? At this point, let me just try something different. Let me take my insane self from doing something that's not working, and at least try something different. And I did. And then the guy into the opportunity was doing great. When that dissolved, like you said, they just walked out on us. Thank you. I say thank you. I praise them for walking out, because they brought us over to Extreme. And now that our founders were able to create our own platform, right? Because we own the joint. We own it. This is a debt-free company. We own it. Look, I love that. This is ours. All profit. This is all to us, for the people, by the people. So I used to get it, because I used to be one of those people that was like, if y'all doing this for real, are you really making that type of money? Are you really learning how to trade? I never traded before. I didn't consider myself a trader, but now I'm a trader. I'm getting educated. I know what I'm doing. Matter of fact, I was helping other people. I'm like, look at me. I just know how to do it, because now I got some education. I got some knowledge. And so what Toni had done prior to this unexpected situation and this hardship, she was already building. She was already working. She had already had a mind transformation, knowing that, my old way was just getting me by. Now I have opportunity that's going to help me succeed. to put me in a different class of people, to put me in a different exclusive group. Now she's not a part of the people who are stressed, anxious, worrying. If that thing would happen, and like you said, she was on her corporate job, nothing.
Yeah.
Penalized, and she's not even at fault. Because guess what the company would have said? Well, we didn't predict the weather, so we got to look
Yes.
out for ourselves. But
Yes.
now she positioned herself to be an independent business owner and to worry about her brand and her business, minding her
Minding
own
her
business.
own business.
And by her minding her own business, when she experienced that, she didn't miss a beat.
Yes.
Matter of fact, adding on more to what she already had existing. And so that's what we gotta put that in our mind. Like, you had did a live maybe like a week ago, and you said, what happens when we're not prepared? When we don't, something unexpected happen, and then we don't even have it. We don't have the resources, we don't have the finances. What do you do, or what are you doing to prepare for times like that? To prepare if you get terminated or laid off? What is your emergency fund? What is your splurging fund? Do you even have a savings, right? How are you leaving legacy, like you was highlighted your granddaughter? Are you leaving legacy to your family? Or does your family know financial literacy? Are you teaching generational wealth? Who's doing that? The schools are not doing this. So somebody has to do it. Someone has to step up and do this. And in this platform, it is a whole opportunity and education platform where we can now get the knowledge.
Yes.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Yes. And and because you're a business owner, right? You're a business owner as well. Not just with Extreme FX, but your own business. You're a personal development coach, right? You have what's your name? Renew, repurpose,
and restore.
Renew, repurpose, restore. Right. Now, here's the thing about that, because, same here. I say it all the time when I open up, metaphysician, personal development coach, wellness entrepreneur. Right. Now, here's the thing, because, and I experienced this when, years as a licensed cosmetologist. Next thing you know, I experienced a health challenge with being diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Because I'm making money. And physically, right? I wasn't even thinking about it. Never thought about what happened with my income if I wasn't able to physically work. So that's one of those things too with self-employed, because we talk about those 4 quadrants, right? The employed, the self-employed, the business owner, and the investor.
Investors,
right? So we always say we want to get them from the left side, or that left quadrant, to the right. But here's the thing about that. When you're on now it's better to be on the right, but then even as the business owner, it takes some time.
3 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Minimum. Minimum.
And check it out. And here's the thing about it, because we like Urban League here in Chicago, they do these free business classes and things like that. And I would always attend. Look, I'm a resourceful. Okay,
I'm training.
When I tell you,
I'm going.
Look, if it's free and I qualify, I am there and I'm signing up.
Hello, every seminar, webinar, conference. And I don't pay money for them. I don't pay. Like, I need it. I'm going to the experts. They know. They know.
But I'm gonna show up for what they bringing free, and then it's like, okay, it's an investment of what? All right, and if I got it, I got it, and I'm going. But I'm gonna show up for those things. But here's the thing about it: when I did take those business classes, they would say anywhere from 5 to about 10, 15 years in order for you to be even get into profit, and where your business is working without you. Right.
Absolutely.
Because most businesses go in and you have you get a loan, right? So you might have tapped into some grants, but come on, I mean, let's be real.
It's not easy. It is not easy.
It's not easy. A lot of those grants, you may be $1,000, maybe $5,000, maybe I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe some couple of thousands, and then you got a loan, and then now you have to pay that loan back,
Right.
and you know, all of that. And don't get me wrong, because Robert Kiyosaki, he does talk about that too, about how you know, you utilize the loans because you're making money. Like personal loans, I don't like personal loans because you're not
Right.
making money on those personal loans,
Right.
right? But of course, loans where you're profiting, you're making
Mhm.
money, like, okay, yeah, I get that, but then still you still got stuff there. So I've seen
Right.
many businesses that what was the name of this place? Me and my husband used to go there all the time because, you know, I have Venus and Taurus. I love to eat. I'm a foodie. I'm an Aries, but I have Venus and Taurus. I love
Mhm.
food.
I do
That I could sit down and somebody else cook it. Right?
too,
And so
all day.
it's this, I forgot the name of the place, but it was a seafood place.
Mhm.
And but they were not Nolans. That's what it was called.
Okay.
It was called Nolans. N-A, like it was like N, the little apostrophe AWLNS.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
And it was seafood and everything. Child, I'm telling you, their food was so good. It was so good. The food was good, the drinks was good, and then they would have like bands, and ooh, girl, ain't nothing better than just
You gonna make
eating
me
good
Google
food.
them.
Right, girl. Here's the thing. I'm saying all of that because they out of business.
Oh Lord, help me, Jesus.
They out of business. I mean, and I'm telling you, it was franchises everywhere. And I
Right.
wonder, I was like, man, I'm how do I get this franchise? And of course, 10 G's, it was $10,000 to start the franchise, right?
Right. Wow.
And so I'm like, I didn't have $10,000 at the time. I wish I did. But then even if I did, think about it. They're no longer around.
Right.
So
At all.
I would have got $10,000 invested in the franchise, and apparently it wasn't even the individual franchises. It
Right.
was it was the whole corporate whatever, and they're gone. And
Wow.
so that wasn't even a good 10 years that they were around. So why
Mm.
am I saying all of this? I'm saying all of this because it takes a while. Like, as a business owner, you have to build the business. You have to have so much support. It's so
Yeah.
much that you put into it. And I'm
Yeah.
saying there's nothing wrong with it because that's what we're doing, right? We're
Absolutely.
building our business. We're building our brand. But here's the thing about it. So many network marketers, you'd be surprised how many people that and when I say no, I'm talking about they're well known. You follow
Mhm.
them, you listen to them, and everything for years. You watch them on TV, you watch their
Yeah.
movies, right?
Right.
You all of that. Those people, and it's some of them. I know their names and I can say their names, but I won't. But they are in network marketing opportunities, and they use the funds of the network marketing opportunity in order to fund their
Their
business.
business. That's so crazy.
And many people don't even know that, right? They don't know. And so, I talk about that a lot with the vision and the vision, the mission, the purpose, and your why. So
Right.
I knew what opportunities were for me or not for me,
Right.
right? And if it was anything that was going to take away from my vision and mission and purpose, because there are a lot of network marketers that do know that, hey, you can use this money in order to fund, what it is that you're doing. But then you
Right.
get into it, and next thing you know, you're doing so much of that, you're not doing anything for your business at all. Well, this opportunity doesn't take you away from.
From your business.
It
You're
doesn't
right.
take you away from your business. This doesn't take me away from my business as a,
Right.
metaphysician, personal development coach, wellness entrepreneur, because this is what I found. Like, say I do energy work in my practice, right? That goes under that metaphysician,
Right.
part. I do energy work, personal development coaching as well, because that's part of it. A lot of
Right.
emotional, because that's under that personal development umbrella. All right, so they need to do 6 weeks of coaching with me. And with that, they get also, 6 sessions where, we're releasing trapped emotional energy and all of these good things, the releasing a heart wall. That takes at least 6 to 7 sessions in order to release or remove the heart wall. So that comes within the coaching package. Here's the thing about the second or third session, they can no longer pay for the service.
I've experienced it.
You see what I'm saying?
I've been there.
Right. They can no longer pay for the service. You got a money problem, right? And when it comes down to it, it's like the health and money is so related. It's not separate. It's related. You're having a health issue because you're stressed about money. You're having a money issue because you don't have none. So because you don't have it, now your health is bad. And it's just this vicious cycle. And so my question was, what can I do? Because I really want to help people, right? So what can I do? What can I do? How can I do? Next thing you know, boom, this comes. I don't have to sell them a mug. I don't have to sell them lotions and potions. I don't have to sell them essential oils, as much as I love essential oils, right? And I use them in my products. I don't have to try to say, I don't have to buy inventory. We don't have to do any of those things. It's education. It's teaching you how to earn money in the Forex market, right? Multiple streams of income to where we're basically saying, here's money, like here's the cheat code. My 16-year-old said it. The other day. It was so funny because, we have the Young Guns program, right? So he, I went on, put him in, signed him up and everything. And then he was practicing in his demo and he made like $100 and something. Right. He was like, he said, Mom, that was the money that you just put to get me in like last night.
And he traded his way to his own investment.
And he made it right back and more. He was like, how do people don't get this? I was just, it was so funny because he was like, how do people not get it?
And he's 16.
Yeah, he's 16. Yeah.
We spent there and we talk about, I don't understand that.
Girl,
stop playing.
And you know why? That's because
stop cheating yourself. That's what you told me.
Right, stop cheating yourself. That's because we done been burnt. Just like a bad relationship. Ooh, no, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want to date no more. I don't want to know. That's pretty much what that is. Right. Okay.
You have to heal. You gotta heal. You gotta move past.
Heal. Exactly. You gotta heal. It's like what we have is it's like the good man. You know what I'm saying? Like you've been burnt in the past, all that kind of stuff, and then everything that if you could build a man and you put them together and he all like this and like that and that, this is what Extreme FX Global Academy is. It's to build the opportunity, right? Like they build a man and now he's there. It's to build the opportunity. We built it. This is it. Like this is it. I mean, like seriously, it works if you work it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see myself going in. I mean, I'm that person anyway. I'm gonna stay somewhere as long as it's doing me okay, because I know what I'm gonna do. Right? It's not just about it's doing. I'm a work. It's like they say, it works if you work it. Faith without works is dead. You got to put in the work with that faith, Right. And so Extreme FX, they have to shut down on me in order for me to go anywhere. Right. Before I leave, they're gonna have to put me out. I'm gonna be kicking and screaming.
Like, don't be cutting me off now. Right. Don't be cutting me off. Right.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be kicking and screaming when they shut me out. But I mean, after this, then you can say like, well, I've tried my best. I'm throwing in the towel. But guess what? I'll come out with the skill set of trading in the Forex market. Nobody could take the skill set away, right? Like I'm a licensed cosmetologist. Somebody, I say former licensed cosmetologist, but guess what? Nobody could take the skill set away from me. Absolutely. I always know how to do at least the basics of hair, right? Hair care, it will never leave. The
Right.
skill set will never leave. Even if
Right.
you're not doing the opportunity, the skill set, it will never leave you.
They
However,
have been taught, educated on the
right,
skill.
on the skill. However, just like with Toni's situation, because she just didn't keep it to herself, right? She didn't keep it to herself. She
Right.
shared it with other people who may have
Right.
been looking for the same opportunity as well, an opportunity to make money, an opportunity where there's several streams of income, because the
Right.
days of one stream of income is gone. It's
It's been
that
over.
that went out in the 70s.
Matter of fact, multiple streams of income is no longer a luxury, Hadassah. It is a necessity. You
Mm-hmm.
cannot depend on government assistance. You cannot depend on employers. You cannot depend on these things. You have to have more than one. Matter of fact, like I said, the Bible commands us a minimum of four. With the four rivers, you got to have at least four. And because when one
Yes.
stops, you got three more, and then it gives you time to add back the fourth one. You understand? So it's
Yes.
like something we can't even play with. We can't even pretend that we don't need other ways to make income. Like
Mm-hmm.
we just have to have it. It's a must at this point.
Yes, it is. And the beauty about this opportunity is that we have seven within one opportunity. And
One place.
so, like Megan always says, that Robert said, the one that she was trained by, she said, I mimicked him, I copied. Ain't nothing wrong with being a copycat if you copy the right cat. You do want to copy a copy of $48 million earner that used to be a UPS driver.
If you want to copy somebody, you best to copy that one.
You better copy that one, right? She's like, I copied them to a T,
Right.
and what did that do? A year ago yesterday, right? So a year ago yesterday is when she got into the previous opportunity, but
Right.
she had a system because of how she was trained, and she just ran the play, and in 90 days she was making $100,000 a month.
Yeah.
$100,000 a month is $1,000,000 a year.
All day long. Over.
Right.
All
Over.
day long.
Right. Over $1,000,000 a year. She went from being right? A fired school teacher.
Yeah.
Right?
Lost job.
Lost job, a
That's
fired
you
school
did.
teacher. She rode into this opportunity March 7th of 2020. And guess what? We were on shutdown March 13th,
Yeah.
2020. So now it's like, because with network marketing, people are used to let's having home parties and going to
Right.
people's houses and stuff like that. And it was like, okay, I got to be creative, innovative. What I'm going to do, Zoom. We're going to have these meetings on Zoom. So how do
Right.
you become $100,000 a month earner, sitting in the house on your couch during
Yeah.
a pandemic shutdown where can't nobody move?
Right. Because you mastered the basics. You were taught, you was educated on good, because network marketing is a skill. So she got the information and knowledge of how to network market, and she mastered the basics. She didn't reinvent the wheel. She literally copied someone else and got the same result.
And that's all we do. That's all we do. So
Yes.
if somebody is teaching you how they did what they did, not theory, okay?
Right.
Theory is you got to put theory to the test. Is it practical? That's the thing about, look, I know all about theory and practical. That was another
Right.
one of those things in, cosmetology school. Girl, I hated that theory book. We had, because we had a textbook, and then we had the theory workbook, and then we had the practical workbook. And I'm a practical person, right?
Right.
I'm a how to get in there and do it.
Right.
And I'm looking at this, and not that I didn't understand the theory, but it was just like, this is common sense stuff. Why do we even have to write in this workbook? Like, this don't make sense. It's common sense that you wouldn't put a relaxer in somebody's eyeballs. Why are you asking me what would happen?
But in
They gonna go
theory, what would
blind.
you do? What would
What would
you
you do? And then I couldn't stand theory. But when it came to that practical and the practical workbook, I was all in through that workbook, like this, and then shoot.
Right.
And I was one of the people where they put me on the floor like with students, with the students. It was like mod 1, mod 2, mod 3. You didn't go on the floor until like mod 2.
Right.
Baby, they had an overflow and they put me on the floor and I was still in mod 1. And
Wow.
this lady came in there. I remember this. This lady came in there. They didn't know she had weave in her head, but it was a whole weave. And they just didn't know what to do. And I went in there. I'm a fresh cosmetology student. But I had been doing
You
hair
fresh
since
out of
I
the
was
test,
4,
you
right?
fresh out of the-
I was fresh meat. They threw me on that floor with that overflow. And I did that lady's hair and took the weave out and did everything and sewed the weave back in and the braids and all of that. And they was like, who is this? Hoppo, who this? Right? Who this woman? They was like, oh my gosh, she went in there and did such and such and so and so, this, that, and the other. When you throwing in the game, you throwing in the game. It's time for you to perform. What you gonna do?
Absolutely.
Right? What you gonna do?
Perform.
You just gotta, right? You gotta perform. You just gotta do it. That was practical, right?
Right.
Practical performance. It has to be done. So when you get the training and you get the basics, especially from the best who's doing it or whoever did it or whatever, what are we reinventing the wheel for? It's just like you don't need to. It's too much work in order to reinvent the wheel. Anyway, look, give me a system any day. I'ma run it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's it.
You give me some steps. I know how to follow the rules.
I know how to follow the steps.
Well, let me do that.
And so the only thing that would, like, if it don't come out right is because maybe you didn't give me the right steps. But other than that, I'm gonna follow these steps.
Right. You didn't tell me to bake the cake and then you forgot that I needed 3 eggs instead of 2 or something. Now that don't mean, because I'm gonna put exactly what the sheet said. The recipe called for 2. I'm gonna put 2.
Right,
I'm gonna follow the directions now. Come on.
And so, and that's just that thing with building a team.
Yes.
Building a team. Well, how do you build a team? You share it with other people.
Absolutely.
Don't, and we say this all the time. And then we're gonna wrap this up because and I'm glad that I did this. So you all see this, rolling across the screen that when we hop off of here, I got a hyper launch going on at 4 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern, and you are invited. So you see the information right there. You can go to my link tree because you'll get to my Zoom. You go to link tree /coach.hadassah. You scroll down, you'll see my Zoom. You click on that. Enter in the password power in all caps, and you'll be right there so that you can hear more of what it is that we're talking about, with our Opportunity Extreme FX Global Academy, right? And so here's the thing about it. We have to get out of our own way. That's just really what it is. I have to get out of my own way every single day.
Absolutely.
Because I have to be transparent, honest. It's sometimes I don't want to call the people. I don't want to call the people. It's like, look, I'm tired. I know these people tired of me trying to call them, tired of me following up with them, tired of me, and because that's the thing about it. If you have not just said to me, no, if you say get back to me, I'm gonna get back to you. Right. I'm gonna get back to you. When do you want me to get back to you? Next week?
You are a prospect.
Next month? Right? Next month or whatever. You tell me when, and that's exactly when I'm gonna call you. If you just say, no, this opportunity is not for me. Okay, thank you. And now I won't bother you again. But I'll still be doing this because guess what? Maybe later on, it's like, you still doing that thing. Yeah. Right. I am. Well, I think I want to do it now. Okay. I'll send you my link. Right. Like, great. Because you're welcome. I am not that person that's gonna, do anything crazy, make you try to feel bad because you're not joining me or anything like that. Because look, every just like every opportunity is not my opportunity, every opportunity is not your opportunity. It may not be for you. Here's the thing though, it may be for someone else who doesn't want to buy products or sell products, right?
Right.
It might be for someone who's, looking for how to actually make money. Like, that's our product. Our product is really money.
Finances.
Right. Our product is money. I mean, I could use this, something, a product or whatever, to try to help you get to the money. But
right.
if I just take this out the way and say, well, our product is money.
It is money.
It is money. And let's
we
not act like
money over here.
Right. We teach money. Let's not act like we don't need it. Let's not act like we don't want it. I mean, that's one of the things, like I love spirituality. I know that there's a higher power, a higher being, all of that. But where we take those scriptures and we distort them, where the money is the root of all evil. No, it is not. It's the love of it, to the point of where I'm gonna scheme, connive, take advantage of you or whatever for money. Like, that's not what we do, right? That's not what we do. That's not what we're about. We're look, open, honest, the integrity, all of that.
Right.
We put everything on the table, and it's all about what you do with it, and hadn't Toni, the person that we highlighted, our fearless leader, Toni, she not done that, and she said it this morning, in the position that she's in, what she set herself up for, and she didn't even realize it. She just shared this with a whole lot of people, and it allowed her to build what she built. So when life happened, she didn't miss a beat. Her income did not fall because she created leaders, and she was able to just take care of life with her family and all of that, with her house being burned down and everything. And everybody just stepped up to the plate and did what they 100% and didn't miss a beat. So that's what we want to share. This really was an hour of power this time.
It was a good one. It was a good hour of power.
It was a good hour. We usually, I'm using like off here maybe in about 20 minutes, 30 minutes or something like that. But this time it was really a full hour. So
needed though.
Yes. So thank you so much, Michelle, for coming on today. I know it was last minute, but I at least I reached out early enough.
Right. Now look, I'll hit you like 20 minutes before, like, look, Hadassah, I need you, girl. Come on, stop what you're doing. It's an emergency.
And then I was like, okay, where you need me? I'm there.
Same here. Anytime, I enjoy it. I literally can do this with you all day because I love it, and you feed me so much. So I'm there.
Yes, sis, and you too. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, we're about to hop on to this hyper launch. You are invited. We're going to share everything that we've talked about. I can't even call it a humble brag. We're bragging. You hear me? We're bragging about our community over here because it's straight confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have. Because we know what it is that we have. We know the value that we have over here. So we can speak this boldly, confident, and all of that. So we want to share this opportunity with you. Now, I promise you, on the Hyper Lounge, it won't be an hour. It's going to be about 10, 15 minutes tops, right? Yeah. And that's just to say, if I decide to, bring you in my house and show you around in the back office.
Absolutely.
Right. So come on over. Again, you see that going across the screen. Go to linktree/coach.hadassah. When you go there, you're going to scroll down and click on where it says Zoom. Put in that passcode of POWER, all caps, and you'll be right in. Look, I'm already set up, ready to go, sharing over here in the, on the Zoom. So we'll see you over there. And again, thank you so much, Michelle, for coming in. And, I have to bring you on at least once a week. What you think about that?
Yes, and likewise. Let's do it.
Okay, look, we run
once a week with me, I'm once a week with you. I do not mind.
Now, do you want to do Mind Your Business Wednesdays, Mind Your Business Mondays, or
Girl, we can do Mind Your Business Monday, Terrific Tuesday, Wild Out. whatever day you say do, I'ma show up. So
Right.
it don't even matter to me. I'm
Okay,
there.
wonderful, wonderful. All right, you gave look, you oh my gosh. I'm
Right,
like, I'm trying to say 2 words in one.
right, you guys,
Right,
everything,
you
girl.
guys, you girls, look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. And we will see you again tomorrow on
Yes,
the Hour of Power. Thank you again, Michelle.
you welcome. I'll
All
see you in a
right.
minute.
All right. Peace.